Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video as we welcome in Kenny Omega. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Omega, a spectacular wrestler. The presentation of the awesome music, the awesome in-ring work. Can you expect anything different from one of the greatest wrestlers of our generation? The man that is compared to his opponent all the time as being one of the best in-ring performers of all time. So you can expect, folks, a all-time classic right now. You could expect one of Dave Meltzer's 5-star matches as in comes his opponent. Please welcome in the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels smiling, as arrogant as ever, as he sees Kenny Omega. I think Shawn knows that he's in for a classic and that he has found a partner that is willing to go all the way to put Shawn Michaels under the test of whether or not he is one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time. As Kenny Omega witnesses Shawn Michaels in his gear, getting ready for this amazing match. Shawn Michaels and Kenny Omega's face talking this schmack, reminding Kenny Omega that Kenny Omega isn't the greatest of all time, and that Shawn is, as he dances in front of him, posing in front of Kenny Omega. Is Kenny gonna? Oh my God! V-Trigger, V-Trigger, to start off the match. I don't think Kenny Omega is gonna wait. I don't think we're gonna get a classic as Kenny Omega is going for the pin. On the cover, 1, 2. Shawn Michaels kicks out. Now Kenny Omega has Shawn Michaels in a hold, as Shawn Michaels still is in his entrance gear. But Kenny Omega doesn't care. He's trying to keep him at all those things, hoping that those little chains on his gear would possibly cut him. But no, instead Shawn Michaels counters. What is he looking for? A roll up, a pin. 1, 2, no. Kenny Omega kicks out. I thought it would have been over there. No, clothesline by Kenny. Shawn Michaels going on the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Kenny Omega. What are they planning now as Kenny Omega goes for the flip? Shawn Michaels to Kenny Omega. What is Kenny Omega doing? Who's going to overpower who? Kenny Omega overpowers Shawn. What does Kenny Omega have Shawn in? And a driver. No! Shawn Michaels reverses on the cover. 1, 2. Kenny Omega reverses. 1, 2. No! Shawn Michaels kicks out. Kenny Omega exhausted from that sequence of events from Shawn Michaels and Kenny Omega. Can we get a replay here? Yes, we do. As Kenny Omega went for the drop onto Shawn's head, but instead Shawn countered. Looking for the flip, and then thus he did get it. Went on the cover. 1, 2, but no. Instead, we had Kenny Omega kick out of that insane move. After that sequence of events, it was a phenomenal one. Let's remember, everyone, that we are having a tournament for the brand new JWT World Heavyweight Championship belt. As Kenny Omega puts Shawn Michaels on the top ropes. What is he looking for? Hurricane Rana. No. Shawn Michaels versus. No, he tried to look for an Alabama Slam. But Kenny Omega double stomp as he's going for a V-Trigger. No, Shawn Michaels counters. Puts him in a submission hold. Will Kenny Omega tap out? Kenny Omega, what is he going to do? As we're trying to look at Kenny's face to see his expressions, his emotions as he's in this gruesome move with Shawn Michaels putting him in a Walls of Jericho type like move. Kenny Omega trying to fight a way out, trying to find a way to get out of it. But no, Shawn pulling him back in, making it tighter for Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega moving to the other ropes, trying to grab the ropes. Shawn trying to make him not do it. No, Kenny, does he got it? No, Shawn pulls him back. Shawn Michaels has Kenny Omega still in that figure four, that Walls of Jericho type like move. Kenny Omega Will he tap? This has to be gruesome on the legs, especially since his moves, his finisher, his signatures, every move Kenny Omega does involves his legs as Kenny Omega grabs the rope, having Shawn Michaels to let go. What is Shawn Michaels doing here? Probably taking off his pants from his entrance as Kenny Omega. No, he isn't. Kenny Omega attacks Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels down and out. What is Kenny? Taking a breather? Or is he planning something? Oh no, I think he was planning something. What are we about to get? Shawn Michaels down in the corner. That is the worst position you could be in. Kenny Omega, he realizes what an opportunity he has. Oh, is he looking for it? Yes, he is. Feet. Trigger. On the cover. 1, 2. No, Shawn Michaels just barely grabs the ropes. The amount of luck that Shawn has. This match should have been over, but instead Shawn was able to grab the ropes. Kenny Omega putting Shawn on the top rope and a suplex into reverse Falcon Arrow. Kenny Omega looking for the cover on Shawn. 1, 2. No, Shawn kicks out at 2. I mean, what is this match? If I'm Kenny Omega, I am exhausted. I am trying to think of ways to put Shawn Michaels out. He did a V-trigger, a Falcon Arrow, but instead Shawn kicks out. Let's remind you all, that is the title right there that they are fighting for. The title that this tournament is commencing for. As looking for an Alabama Slam into the corner, Shawn Michaels hit heavily hard. Sent all the way back to the other side of the ring as Shawn is feeling the effects of that. What is Kenny looking for? Is Kenny thinking? Is he thinking it? Is he thinking feature? No! Sweet chin music out of nowhere! 1, 2. No! Kenny Omega kicks out. My God, I thought that was it. A sweet chin music from out of nowhere. From basically an RKO type out of nowhere. No one could have expected that sweet chin music to Kenny Omega as he was looking for another V-trigger. As Shawn Michaels takes off his in-ring pants. His entrance pants. No, Kenny Omega went for the cover. Shawn reverses. Shawn looking for a clothesline. No, Kenny Omega reverses. DDT. No, Shawn reverses. What is Shawn looking for? Elbow drop. On the cover. 1, 2. Kenny Omega grabs the ropes. These two are just countering each other. Counter after counter after counter. Now these two testing each other's strength to see who has the stamina. Who's willing to go the entire way. Who is able to wrestle their asses off. Kenny Omega has the upper hand. No, Shawn Michaels does. Who is going to get the upper hand on this test of strength from Kenny Omega and Shawn Michaels? Oh, it seems to be Shawn Michaels as he whips Kenny into the ropes. Looking for a ground attack. What is Shawn thinking? And he got some in a chokehold. A chokehold by Shawn Michaels. Smart move. Slowing it down. As we remind you once again that is the title that we are fighting for. As there are still more tournament matches to come up. Shawn Michaels has Kenny Omega locked in deep. Kenny Omega gritting his teeth. Trying to find a way out. As Kenny Omega does. He got Shawn. And a dragon suplex by Kenny Omega. And a Hurricane Rana. Oh no! Is he looking for the... No! He was looking for one winged angel! But Shawn Michaels counters! He counters! Dropping Kenny on his head! What is Shawn Michaels thinking? Is he going for a sweet chin music here? Sweet chin... No! Hurricane Rana on the cover! 1, 2... No! Shawn kicks out at 2! My God! These two are just laying it all on the line tonight, aren't they? These two have bowled out some of their best moves. As Kenny Omega was looking for the one-winged angel, but instead he couldn't. As that is the title, once again, that there are more tournament matches to upcome. Both men just completely exhausted. As Shawn Michaels and Kenny Omega stare each other down. Once on one side of the ring. These two, what are they gonna do? Running at each other. Boom! Double forearms to the elbows. Or elbows to the head. As, oh, Kenny Omega mocking Shawn Michaels with his kick up and a V-trigger to Shawn. This is it. 1, 2. No, Shawn Michaels kicks out. My God. Kenny Omega just staring in disbelief as he's hit 2 V-triggers. No, 3 if you count the one in the beginning of the match. 3 V-triggers. Shawn Michaels. Oh. Shawn Michaels reverses Kenny Omega, whatever Kenny Omega was planning. But Shawn Michaels has kicked out of 3 V-triggers and has reversed the one-winged angel. Well, Kenny Omega, I wonder about my in-ring performances. And if they can compare to Shawn. As Shawn hit the sweet chin music. Sweet chin music. On the cover. 1, 2, 3. That is it, folks. The end of the match, as both men are completely, utterly exhausted. Shawn Michaels showing why Kenny Omega is not the best wrestler of all time. As Shawn Michaels is now celebrating as he moves on to the tournament, looking at the title he could possibly win. As up next we have CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy.